back with another Madden 20 rebuild today, and today we are rebuilding the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that lost both Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell in one offseason. Can we, via trades and some other stuff, maybe picking up a few free agents, rebuild this team and bring them from losing two of their biggest superstars of the past decade in one offseason to another Super Bowl championship, to rub it in their faces? If you guys do enjoy the rebuilds, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up. And if you smash 1,000 likes on this video, I'll come out with another rebuild tomorrow. And with that said, let me know in the comment section below what team you do want to see me rebuild next. With that said, getting right into this rebuild, this team, a 79 overall, 83 offense, 79 defense. There's a lot worse teams that we could rebuild. We're looking at what we do need to bring in to bolster this team. Obviously James Conner is good, but in terms of Madden 20 rebuilding, we want to make this team as good as possible to try to win the Super Bowl. We might need a better overall running back than James Conner. Juju Smith also obviously good at 88, but we need a good 1-2 punch for Big Ben to throw to. We might even, do we upgrade Big Ben? Nah, that'd be like blasphemy. The offensive line's solid. We do need a better right tackle. And on defense, we need pretty much a whole new linebacker core, a whole new safety tandem. The defensive line is pretty good. So this defense is a lot worse than I thought it was, but I think it is a possibility. We could take this team in 1 year to a Super Bowl championship. And once again, disclaimer, all my rebuilds are not realistic. They're not intended to be realistic. It's all about doing whatever it takes to make a team as good as possible in 1 year, and hopefully end the episode by lifting up the Lombardi Trophy. With that said, let's replace Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. So in the Packers rebuild, we are allowed to sign 2 free agents, and today, since this is my second rebuild I've done, I'm not sure how these are getting uploaded, but this is the second one I've actually recorded. I will allow myself 1 free agent, and we're going to go with Nick Perry, the 80 overall right outside linebacker, since our linebacker core is so bad. The 29-year-old, welcome to this team, and hopefully you'll be holding up that Lombardi Trophy at the end of this season. Hold on a second, dude. This freaking game. This goddamn game. Okay, they don't want Sutton Smith. About D tackle. This is about to be fun. This is about to be so much fun. Dan McCullers. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god, dude. What's happening? What's actually happening? We are getting AJ Green. You have got to love Madden 20 franchise. For our backup right tackle, Feeler, 65 overall. McCullers, our third-string defensive tackle, 66 overall. And Sutton, our fifth or so or sixth-string cornerback, 67 overall. We bring in a top 5, arguably, wide receiver in the entirety of the NFL. AJ Green, welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Freeman? Well, I guess so. I guess at this point we've got to get Devontae Freeman. So I didn't expect that to happen, but it did, and we're here. So just like that, we've already found the replacements for both Le'Veon Bell and AJ Green, and we literally have not had to trade anything away whatsoever. Not in a million years did I expect this to happen, but it did. Bud Dupree, 73 overall, who we were trying to trade away because he's not going to start for us. Not good enough. And number 2, he was worth almost $10 million towards our cap, and our cap is already pretty low, so we're trying to get rid of some. And we bring in a very good running back in Devontae Freeman. So this game is an incredible masterpiece. Dude, look at this dude's face. Ooh. Ooh. He looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look at this guy, dude. Greg Olsen for the tight end position. Then we could ship on our backup, Vance McDonald, who's worth like $4 million. I think this is a move, dudes. So what we are going to do is let's find our most expensive backup safety. Or actually, let's not do that. Let's just use a draft pick at this point. Is a 5th enough for Greg Olsen? Finney? Yep, look at that, dudes. A 67 rated backup left guard who's worth like $3 million a year. We actually gained cap room here. And a 5th-round draft pick for one of the best veteran tight ends in the league, 89 Greg Olsen. And that allows us to trade our backup tight end, gain even more cap, and get something good in return. Wide receiver, Dante Moncrief. Well, once again, I had no idea that was gonna happen. I was just putting in random players to see if I could finally get under the cap. Well, we do bring in Von Miller. I mean, that's obviously really good, but the problem is now that we have like literally no cap space left. But we do bring in obviously one of the best linebackers in the league. We had to trade away Vance McDonald, which you guys just saw me get, Greg Olsen, Mark Barron, who was our third string middle linebacker at this point, and Dante Moncrief. For some reason, I added him in, although they weren't interested, although it was enough to bring in Von Miller. But still, I think that's a pretty good deal. But now I just have to focus on chewing a little bit more cap off our books. So, in able to free up some cap space, I'm actually trading away the player that we signed earlier. I know that feels like cheating, but we had to get rid of the cap somehow. We traded away Nick Perry, a 6th from this year and a 4th from next year, to the Seattle Seahawks for a first-round draft pick from this year. There we freaking go, dudes. Trying to get, we did get, the Miami Dolphins first-round pick, which is right now registered as the number 1 overall pick in the draft because they're the lowest overall team. All we had to do was trade away Tyson, or is it Tyson? I don't even know his name. Not important to me anymore. 72 overall, left in. Second-round draft pick from next year. Third-round draft pick from next year to bring in the Miami Dolphins first overall draft pick. Mitchell Schwartz could actually be a good move here if he's not way too hard to get. I mean, that would probably take a first-round draft pick, so I'm trying to get the best bit of value for nothing. Quentin Nelson, by chance? We can move him to right tackle? Yep, he's the man. I don't know why Quentin Nelson is so easy to get in Madden, but let's, with the click of a button, welcome Quentin Nelson. So just like that, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Number 1, we get a huge amount of cap off our books with Joe Hayden, who is worth $10 million a year. And we also bring in young left guard Quentin Nelson, who can be converted to right tackle for us. And we also had to throw in a 4th-round draft pick from this year. But pretty much, we fill our right tackle position while also freeing up some cap space. Dude, why does his forehead look so big? Dude, his forehead looks so big here, dude. You can't tell me Von Miller's forehead is that big in real life. They did him dirty. Oh, well, that happened out of nowhere. So, my Twitch chat. I am streaming this live over on twitch.tv/RBTofficial. And my Twitch chat is telling me to trade for Derek Watt, which is a pretty cool trade. We tried to get J.J. Watt. We couldn't. It's just way too hard to get. He's worth too much money, and we're kind of on a budget right now. But we can get in the other Watt brother, Derek Watt, to the squad for our 3rd-string running back, Jalen Samuels. Well, I didn't expect it to be that easy, so we do get our 3rd wide receiver added to the squad. I was trading away Terrell Edmonds, and the only team that wanted him was the Seahawks, and we get ourselves a good rookie wide receiver in DK Metcalf. I saw somebody in my Twitch chat say that, and there we go, we get him. So, we get our 3rd wide receiver. We're going to need a better strong safety anyway. We actually gain a little bit in cap room here, so I don't think it's a bad deal. That was random. I had no idea that was about to happen, but it did. Well, I guess it's close enough for us to go ahead and try to bite the bullet. So it looks like we are going to go ahead and get our new starting defensive tackle. That's crazy. Linval Joseph from... Give me a second to keep this thing going. We'll throw in... Who we throw in? We just throw in a earlier draft pick? A 5th from next year? There he is. Linval Joseph for Sean Davis. And a 5th-round draft pick from next year. Got a new defensive tackle, but now we have to make sure we get a new free safety and strong safety. I mean, if we have to use a lot of draft picks, we got to. We just have to improve these positions. Maybe the second 2. I mean, with what we're given, like we just need anybody. Well, we have our new strong safeties. Nobody insane. I mean, Jaquiski Tart, he's a solid player, 80 overall, but we had to trade away a lot. But we're at the point in this rebuild where we have to use everything we have left to bring in players at the positions that we need to upgrade. So it takes Anthony Chickillo, a 6'8" overall left outside linebacker, a 1st-round draft pick from this year, and a 2nd-round draft pick from this year. I mean, this is probably our best bet right now. Just trying to sign any or trade for any quality cornerback out there. And I feel bad trading away all this for him. But is this even going to work? I don't even want to throw in another 1st-round draft pick. This is going to look bad. It's going to look really bad. But corner is one of the last positions that we need to upgrade at. And we traded away a lot. I know we did. But we're at that point where we just have to. Ryan Switzer and a 1st from next year for Trey Flowers, who's going to be like our 2nd and 3rd best cornerback right now. This is going to look so bad, but we've got to. We've got to bring ourselves in. Our new starting free safety, and he has a decent development trait, so hopefully he can get a little bit better as the season goes along. But this is so much we had to trade away, but it had to be done. And I think that's going to be the last position we can upgrade at. Eli Rogers, a first-round draft pick from this year, and the first overall draft pick from this year as well, to bring in Jesse Bates. And I don't think there's anything else we can upgrade because we've literally got rid of our assets. The only thing, maybe bring in one other solid cornerback, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it done, but we'll try. And guys, with that, I think we are done with the rebuild. We did a pretty good job, dudes. Up to an 87 overall, 91 offense, 87 defense. And looking at the offensive side of things, offensive line is looking really solid. All we had to do was trade for Quentin Nelson. He's down to an 86, but he should progress throughout the year. We replaced Vance McDonald with the legend? He's not a legend. We replaced Vance McDonald with the veteran Greg Olsen, who's about 5 overall higher than him and a little bit cheaper. We added Devonta Freeman to replace Le'Veon Bell and AJ Green to replace Antonio Brown. So him, DK Metcalf, and Juju Smith should be a nice trio for Ben Roethlisberger to throw to. And on defense, we did pretty much everything we could do. Now, Vince Williams and Devin Bush at the middle linebacker position, Von Miller and TJ Watt on the outside. We did upgrade at safety to no real superstars, but they're better than like the 74 and 73 overalls that we did currently have when we started this franchise. Jesse Bates added, and Jaquiski Tart. We also added a few corners. We also had to trade away Joe Hayden. We also brought in Lynn Val Joseph at the defensive tackle position. And guys, with that said, it is time to sim to the playoffs. And this is obviously, I believe, at an 87 overall, a playoff caliber team. Now, is it a team that will win the Super Bowl? I hope so, but we'll have to see, dudes. I'm going to say if we don't win more than 11 games, I am going to be a little bit upset. So I'm happy, but sad at the same time. We did go 12-4, like I predicted, didn't I? I said something like that. We go 12-4, but we didn't get a first-round bye, so that's one more game we have to win in the simulation, so that makes it a little bit tougher. So I don't know how our chances are, but we'll have to see. We're 12-4, taking on the 10-6 Indianapolis Colts. We ended off this regular season with an 89 overall team, 93 offense, 89 defense, seeing how some of these players upgraded throughout this regular season. Mike Pouncey went up. He had Alejandro Villanueva go up a little bit. You had Quentin Nelson go up from an 86 to an 89. Greg Olsen upgraded to a 91. AJ Green, the Antonio Brown replacement, up to a 93. Devonta Freeman up to a 90. Big Ben had a big jump up to an 88. Juju Smith now up to a 92. And DK Metcalf up to a 79. On defense, we had Devin Bush go from a 72 to an 80. Von Miller almost a 99. TJ Watt an 86. Jaquiski Tart up to an 83. Jesse Bates up to an 83. Our corners are a little lackluster, and our defensive line didn't hardly upgrade at all. But still, an 89 overall team is not bad at all to end off the regular season. No wonder we tied with the Ravens. That's annoying. Everybody in this division, wow. What a tough division, dude. The Bengals in dead last at 8-8. So everybody in our division had a 500 or higher record. Let's check out the standings across the NFL. Eagles' best record at 13-3, as the worst record in the NFL is going to go to none other than the Miami Dolphins and Jets at 3-13. Checking out all the statistics from the season, we had the 4th best offense in the NFL, and defensively, our defense let us down. 19th defense in the league. Big Ben. Everybody was telling me at the start to trade Big Ben. He won the MVP. That's crazy. Patrick Mahomes almost had back-to-back MVP wins. He came in 2nd. Baker in 4th. Brady in 6th. Josh Allen in 9th. And Carson Wentz rounding out the top 10. Coach of the Year goes to Doug Peterson. I do want to see the offensive and defensive rookie of the season. AFC, Hollywood Brown won the AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ed Oliver Jr. Our Devin Bush came in 2nd. So what a guy. On the NFC side of things, Sean Murphy Bunting, what a name, won the Defensive Rookie of the Year. And the Buccaneers also had Devin White come in 2nd. Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC goes to Kyler Murray, who has won that award in every single simulation for whatever video I have done up to this point, which I think is 5 now. Now, with that said, dudes, I also want to see how our team did. Big Ben, 43 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, what a guy. 4,500 yards as well. Devonta Freeman, James Conner kind of split the carries here. Both had okay seasons, both with 5 touchdowns. Receiving yard wise, AJ Green did a great job replacing Antonio Brown, 11 touchdowns and 1,100 yards. Greg Olsen with 10 receiving touchdowns, and James Washington, the 75 overall, with 11. And defensively, Devin Bush, the rookie, thank God we kept on to him, led the team with 99 tackles, and we had Stephon Tuitt with 8.5 sacks. With that said, can we go on a Super Bowl run here? And can I go 2 for 2 in my Madden 20 rebuilds by winning one more Super Bowl? Come on, dude. I got to stake my claim as the rebuild king. 10-6 Colts, we lost. I quit. That does it. An hour and a half worth of work for that. Bite me.